Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back for some Dominion 6. Last time we did MA Terra Nova, New Land Commonwealth. It had some guns that we actually didn't really use. Had some automatons and halfling slingers with fire slings, and it was good. We went against Nazca and we had a decent game. Let's roll up another one, because we love it. Can't get enough of it. I rolled 41 again. That's the same one. 40. Okay. M.A. Irollan, Sylvan Preserve. This one is probably not going to have guns, I would imagine. Wild shot in the dark, I would say. And you already know we're doing another 1v1. I just love it. I don't know, man. It's really good. Maybe it's just because we have a high win rate on 1v1s. That could be it. Oh, we're at 260 already. We fly through, don't we? Middle Ages. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Irollan Sylvan Preserve. The elves are graceful and patient souls who live in close harmony with the lands and forests. They are in tune with the nature around them. The Irollans view the forests and living things as their responsibilities and do not shrink from punishing those who defile them. It's a race of elves. We have war dancers, wolves, tigers, expert archers, and sacred unicorns. Nature, glamour, air, astral, earth magic, moderate priests, growth limit +1, standard forts. Seems like a Heroes of Might and Magic nation. Well, yeah, I mean, what else would it be? Nation based on the Sylvan/Preserve faction from Heroes of Might and Magic 4, 5, and 7. It ended up being different enough from Avli. I have no idea how balanced it is, but I hope it's not too underpowered with the lack of good armor. Great, he hopes it's not too underpowered. Rangers have Stealth 55, Force Survival, Dark Vision 50. Beastmasters, Stealth 50 with Beastmaster +2, 30 Leadership. No tight rain, though, so hopefully they're not on Discipline. Blade Master. 50 Leadership, has Invulnerable 8. Okay, that's interesting. 15 defense. 14 attack. No, I mean, you would never use this as a thug, really. No. Avenger, 100 leadership, inspirational +1 for 120 gold. Beautiful. Also 17 defense with a parry for a shield. I likey. Wind Singer, Air 2, Air Shield 80, Farcaster Air 1, Spell Singer. Yeah, that is a solid first mage, I would say. We could go with that. Star Singer. Air 1 Astral 2 with Farcaster Astral 1 Spell Singer. So it's more of an Astral Mage, hence the name. Yeah, you can get it into a communion. Which wouldn't be a bad thing. It would allow you to get some nice air buffs. Especially with our expert archers involved. So maybe we'll judge. Elvish Visionary, 1 Astral, 2 Glamour, and then 10% for Air Astral Glamour. They have True Sight, Fortune Teller 5, Farcaster Glamour 1. Now I do have a strong soft spot for Despair Spam. So having plus 25% range on those bad boys, that's pretty tempting. That is pretty tempting. Loam Speaker, 2 Earth, 1 nature, 10% for Earth nature. With Farcaster Earth 1. Yeah, I mean, I guess blade wins everywhere. A lot of blade wins. Thorn Sower. 2 nature, 1 holy. Ivy Lord 1. This is our first priest, actually, which is interesting. So we have moderate priest, which means this guy must be at least a level 2. Otherwise, he is. Okay. 505 gold, 4 recruitment points. Gets you 3 air, 2 nature, 2 holy. Air, astral, nature, glamour. 10% for another one. Shock resist 5. Spell singer. 25% of these guys will have air 4. So if we want to do Army of Mist, I think I lean towards just getting one of those rather than doing like a Star Singer Communion thing. So probably Elvish Visionaries. Yeah, Elvish Visionaries for Despair spam with Farcaster. And then later on, grab a couple Lord of the Skies in order to cast Army of Mist and stuff. Okay. Units. We have the Druid Guard. 10 health, no protection, 13 defense with a parry, 4 shield. 11 MR, 11 morale, 11 attack, 13 damage on the spear. So other than having no protection, they're above average and everything. But they're also priced, you know, accordingly. They're not dirt cheap or anything. Yeah, that's iffy. Hunter. No protection, which is rough. They obviously know leather armor exists. And they have longbows. 45 range, 12 precision, 14 piercing. This is MA, not EA. It's not bad, but, you know, like, man, I think theirs is like 16 damage or something. Actually, I don't want to make that up. Longbowman, it is 16 damage, yeah. So compared to man's longbowman, these guys have 3 less precision and 2 less damage. That's a bummer. Although, to be fair, that's with Dominion's Enhanced, which I believe gives buffs to archers. So it might be actually somewhat comparable. War Dancer. 0 protection, but 8 against mundane. 14 defense, 11 MR, 10 morale, 14 speed, 2 broadswords, 14 attack each, 16 slashing damage. 8 protection is not much, especially when it's 0 against any magical damage. 14 defense is nice, but they are going to get shredded pretty hard, especially if you use your own archers. I mean, this is going to do, on average, like 8 damage to them. 7 or 8 damage. That hurts. Thorn Guard. 10 hit points. 11 protection on their body, 0 on their head, 15 defense with a parry, 4 shield, 11 MR, 12 morale, 12 speed. They have Poison Barb 5, which isn't super amazing, but it's not bad. 14 attack on the broadsword, 17 slashing. This is a really solid, like, medium infantry. I was a little worried when he said that it would be underpowered due to the lack of good armor, but I mean, that's not that shitty. 11 protection armor is fine. Timberwolf. 8 hit points, 3 protection, 9 defense, 7 MR, 13 morale, 26 speed, stealth 50. They are not undisciplined. 11 attack, 11 slashing damage on the bite. They are 1 resource each, 15 gold, 8 recruitment points. If I were playing with Divinitus and I could get, like, special buffs for animals, Maybe. If I was playing Dominions Enhanced, that adds a lot of animal-exclusive spells. Maybe. But with vanilla game, it's a tough sell. They obviously desperately want Barkskin. But even then, 10 protection, 8 hit points, 9 defense. You're just going to lose them by the droves. It's never that compelling. Wind Dancer. 10 hit points, 8 protection on the body, 0 on the head, 14 defense, 11 MR, 10 morale, 18 speed. Air shield, 60. Okay. 14 attack on both broadswords, 16 slashing damage. It's not bad. I think they will get a good amount of kills. I think the 14 defense is pretty solid in melee combat. And I think Air Shield 60 is fairly nice. But they're still going to tie quite a bit. Master Hunter. Okay. These guys still don't get armor. But basically they're just a bit better with the longbow. So still 45 range, 14 precision, 15 damage. So they get 2 more precision, 1 more damage. That's the difference. And you're paying essentially 4 more gold, 3 more recruitment points. You may as well. You know, I would have probably liked an option where they had like leather cuirasses at least, and maybe just bump up the resource cost to like 10 or something. It's like, come on. These are the master hunters, but I guess. White Tigers. 22 hit points, 4 protection, 9 defense, 11 MR, 13 morale, 22 speed. Disciplined. They have 13 attack on both. 17 damage, 15 damage. They're essentially a slightly upgraded version of the Timberwolf. They have less speed, but not much less. They have 2 more attack, and they have double attacks for a lot more damage. They also get 14 more hit points, which is pretty significant. But they have the same defense value and only 1 higher protection value. I think it's still a kind of a tough argument when I could just have Thorn Guards that I feel are going to have more longevity and, you know, do all right on the offense part. I don't know. I mean, they can definitely get kills, and they can go attack rear with 22 speed. This is essentially like a light cab option. Sort of. And then we have Silver Unicorn, cap only sacred. 22 hit points, size 5, 10 natural protection, 12 defense, 14 MR, 13 morale, 22 speed. Awe 2 built on, and recuperation, and true sight. They have 12 attack on both of their attacks, 14 blunt damage on the hoof, 15 magic piercing on the blinding horn, and it blinds, MR negates. It's tough, man. I lean towards Ethereal. I mean, Awe is good, but we need something to protect from ranged. Could get Air Shield. But Ethereal is that nice kind of catch-all. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Hard to say. Summon Mantis. We get 12 plus 1/2 for 5 nature gems. Twilight Stags. 7 plus 1 for 6 astral pearls. Magnificent Twilight Stags. Gargantuan, a large earth elemental able to throw rocks. 1 for 4 earth gems. Wasp Wart. Semi-intelligent mobile plants that are able to launch toxic needles. You get 4 plus 1/2 for 4 nature gems. Oak Treant Commander. Oak Dryads. 4 spirits that can put enemies to sleep. Interesting. With like a sleep aura. That's pretty nice, because that doesn't affect friendlies. Savage Treant, 11 nature gems. Yeah, I mean, we don't know any stats on any of that stuff, but that's the nice thing about Ethereal, is it kind of benefits almost everything. Thornwind, combat spell. We have seen this before, haven't we? I worry that I've played this nation, to be honest. I think we've played sort of a similar nation. I think Ali or Avli or something like that might also have gotten Thornwind. But it's very possible I played this nation before. I don't know. But now it's going to be marked off, so this will be definitive. I remember Thornwind on somebody. Because it's range 30 plus 5, 75% cast time, 47 plus 3 number of effects, 70 minus fatigue for 14 piercing damage. It says it's almost useless against heavily armored ones. But, I mean, this is basically our arrows. If we have one Nature 2 mage, it's almost like having 47 archers. The only problem is the fatigue. Yeah, I mean, that is a problem. Construction. Almost certainly nothing that we need to talk about. Enchantment. Spiritual Transcendence. An elvish visionary may imbue herself with glamour magic to become an otherworldly spiritual being. She'll lose access to astral magic, but gain death powers. Okay. Is there glamour death? Horrible visage. Nightmare masks, giving dread aura to 5 plus 1, but that's 4 glamour, 1 death. Okay. An unending nightmare. Which is a sleep spell combined with confusion spell once they wake up. But it can affect friendlies. Okay. Anyways. Thaumaturgy, we got nothing. Blood magic, of course, nothing. And divine, nothing. Alright. Okay. I think, in general, if we just go with Thorn Guards and Master Hunters, we're not in too bad of shape. Now, granted, Thorn Guards aren't going to hold up too well. 11 protection, 10 hit points against 15 piercing. Yeah. Because a good number of hits are not going to go through... Or, are not going to go through the shield. Now, we could alternatively ditch Hunters. We have Thorn Guards on the front line. We have Wind Dancers on the flank. And then Unicorns attack rear. And I'm leaning towards that strat, because I don't think anything's going to hold up too well to the Hunters. Yeah. So say we want to go... Oh, shit. Mother Treant. The atrocious looking thing. Green Dragon. Poison Gas. Gem Generator Nature Gems. Also has a head slot, not a crown slot. 18 Natural Protection. And a Fear 10 aura. It's pretty solid, to be honest. This is a pretty solid choice. That's a dragon with no shape-shifting, so it has full path access with Earth Nature, Fear 10, 18 Protection, 120 hit points. And it generates Nature Gems for free. That's honestly a really solid option. Doesn't give us Ethereal, but it's good. If we wanted to go for Ethereal, God. You'd probably be looking at, like... I mean, there's the Pristine Unicorn, I suppose, but this thing is highly questionable. 40 hit points, 10 natural protection, 2 miscellaneous slots, Astral Nature Glamour, off 4, Recuperation, True Sight, Inspirational +1 with only 50 leadership. What the fuck is this thing? Also says it blinds those who attack it, but I assume that's just referring to the Blinding Horn, because otherwise it would have Eye Vengeance. Which, it sounds like it should have Eye Vengeance. Not that that would really change things. So I guess your only real option would be to take the Idol of Sorcery. And you'd have to go very heavy. You have to go Astral 8, Magic 2, just to get Etherealness. I mean, it's a heavily cheesy thing. I think there's a world where I do go for like a bit of a Hellbless, because they only cost 1 resource. You could tank productivity, considering that most of your stuff doesn't really cost that much resources anyways. You're probably going to take Sloth 1 anyways. But, yeah, I just don't see it happening, unfortunately. I mean, the only thing we'd really get is Etherealness. Like, that would be our scales. We'd get... not much else. We could get Withering Weapons. And Heroism. That would be it. The problem with this strat is we end up with a statue. And not an especially good one. It's mostly just an astral thing. And I don't really like statues for 1v1s because it's just not maneuverable enough. As soon as you stick him on a fort, he's done. Like, that's where he is. Compare that to the Green Dragon, which gives us just a lot more capabilities. New Paths cost 80, but he would be fine with just Earth Nature, really. If I was going to be choosy, I suppose we'd get, like, probably Water for Foul Vapors. Yeah, probably Water for Foul Vapors. I'm reasonably happy with that. Yeah, we could get him awake if we really pushed it, but I think that's fine. We got 9 less points. So in this case, it's hard to say. The problem with the unicorns is the problem with any sacred that just relies on natural protection. It's really hard to buff that. Barkskin will add +1. Berserker would add go to 12. And also buff their attack and stuff. And I guess they're relying more on awe than defense. Berserker's not bad, I suppose. I could live with Berserker. But I could also see just taking, like, 4 strength. But they need attack, so probably Berserker. And then... Strength. They'll be a little squishy. There's just not much I can do about it. Army of Mist is what I can do about it. Alright, that's what we're gonna roll with. Lemric. Let's hope we don't fight up Poison Immune. Alright, so it's mostly gonna be Thorn Guards, and then some Wind Dancers. The War Dancers get invulnerable 8, but these guys get 8 protection on their body and air shield 60. So I lean towards that. I think they're meant to be the better version. And then Elvish Visionaries. For this, Enchantment 2, Alteration 4. The usual sort of stuff when I don't have Soul Vortex. Sure, for now we'll use up the archers. Yep. Crossbowmen. Eesh. We will get unicorns, but I'm not going to send them out without Berserker anyways. Yep. That's what I get. Druid guards got fucking massacred. Garbage unit. Alright, these guys got speed 18 to compare to 12. They definitely need to be much further back. We're going up against Ulm. M.A. Ulm. Okay. Shit. Thankfully, their morale is not amazing across the board. So Despair Spam is going to be a fairly viable strat. Also, Poison is going to be a pretty viable strat. Well, we won. But, ow. Fucking crossbowman. And he has crossbowmen. He has arbalisters. Not good. I could put him on attack rear, but could put him on attack archers. We can just see how it goes. Probably poorly. Yeah, it's mostly what I expect to have happen. I just can't. Yeah. There you go. That's what you want to see. Nice. They encounter any resistance that's not like archers, and they just fold, man. Fuck. Pretty vulnerable. They would really love Group Barkskin. Even Group Blur would help out. Yeah, we are going to want some nature mages. So... But, I mean, really, you're looking at Lord of the Skies, then. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this. Alright. Let's have you go here and build a fort for us. I know we don't often do the fort, but we're doing good on money. Alright, after Alteration 4, I think we're probably wanting to get some of these summons online. Like, 4 Conjuration at least. Our god has arrived. Uh-oh, I put the unicorns in there. Okay. Well, they did alright. We got Lemric, the green dragon. Good, good, good. He's cock-lock, ready to rock. You are going to cast... Oh yeah, Moss Body. Temper Flesh. Personal Regen. Moss Body. Personal Iron Skin. I could then also cast Breath of Winter if you want to be... If you want to be a stickler. Build Palisades. Let's see. Yeah, hold an attack. Attack archers. Attack rear. Something like that is fine. Okay. Make it happen, man. I am tempted to get some Lord of the Skies out. Let's see our cool dragon do his thing. Boom. Poison breath. Perfect. What more do you want, baby? He's got 28 protection with Fizz Resist, Regen, Moss Body, Fear 10, Chill Aura. Oh yeah, and he has Berserk. And he has Berserk in our Dominion. How did I lose a unicorn? God only knows. God only knows. Ulm hasn't taken this yet, though. That's pretty wild. There he be. Hey, maybe we should be friends. Can you imagine? 4 air. There you go. Yeah. Hey, a messenger has arrived from Ulm. That's a lot of knights. Ow. Nope, we're fine. Fuck off, Ulm. Should have been my friend. This world we live in would be a better place if you would have just been my friend. scared my dude off. Oh no, he probably just killed him. Killed him in cold blood. Yeah, somehow the silver unicorns are not magic beings. Doesn't that seem a little insane to you? They're not magic beings. Wild. Weird, wild stuff. Need 2 astral to summon the Twilight Stags. Do you know the odds of me getting 2 astral on anyone? Oh, these guys have 2 astral. Never mind what I just said. I want to see them. I want to see the Twilight Stag. This is sort of what I was worried about. Getting stuck up here. So now it's fall. And we don't have heat scales. Although it looks like he does. So maybe. Alright, after Conjuration 4. I want to get... yeah, I want to get my guy underwater. So... let's go Construction 3 for that purpose. And then I want him to cast Foul Vapors. And then we can probably think about Army of Mist. Looks like we're stuck up here. Shit. Well, I may as well build a temple. Hold an attack, hold an attack. Do something like this. Gonna hold an attack rear. You're gonna hold an attack archers. I'm mostly on board with that strat. And then you are going to cast Group Blur a few times. Okay. You, my fine friends, are going to cast Summon Twilight Stags, just so we can see it. I might also have you go around and site search. Okay. Now this is what I was kind of worried about. So I got my Pretender here as well, but the battle might be over by the time he gets involved. No, you had to breathe, didn't you? You stupid fucking asshole. Fuck. Look at how much we lost from him breathing once. 30 Thorn Guards, 11 Unicorns, 23 Wind Dancers. Because they only killed 8. We lost 65 units. Holy shit, man. That was disastrous. The Moon Does have 12 hit points, 2 protection, 10 defense, 22 speed, awe 1. 11 attack hoof for 10 magic blunt damage. They are not very good. They are not worth your astral pearls. You're better off converting them to summoning anything. Yeah, so thanks a lot, bro. Thanks a fucking lot. well, now I can have him break the seed. Okay. Yes. This kind of sucks having them locked up there, but they're living. They're living their life. We can take a look at wasp warts. That's a hefty amount of Ulm infantry, I'll say. It popped Moss Body immediately. Luckily, his poison is really nasty. Cloud Strength 6 poison. I don't know if that's average or not, but it seems strong. Alright, the Wasp Warts. This seems familiar. 29 hit points, 7 protection with blunt pierce resist. They have a little bite attack they can do, and Wasport Needles. Range 40, 11 precision, 11 piercing, 3 attacks, plus 50 paralyzing poison. Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. Okay, get Wasports. Yeah, just never stop getting Wasports. Someday we will break out of this predicament. That seemed more painful. He still didn't pick up an affliction. I know he's got affliction resistance 3, but that's crazy. There were ogres in there. They swing for 28 bludgeoning damage. And he only has like 26 protection. That's nuts. These are also not magic beings. I guess they're carnivorous plants. What more do you need? Yeah, just hold on to him. The nice thing is, it's like, he's got to come through here, and he's not doing well against Lemric the Green Dragon. I don't know if I'm over buffing or anything, but obviously I'm doing okay. Moss Body's getting popped immediately, which isn't great. Also running into financial issues. Jesus. Dude, they are not... They didn't even pop Moss Body there. Pop. It's very Boston to me. Pop. They didn't pop Moss Body. And he managed to get the Poison Cloud off. I mean, he's not killing that many of them because the Furor and everything is doing it, but he killed 216 overall. 110 infantry of Ulm, and 43 Black Plate infantry, plus 16 Black Plate Pikeneers, and 16 Guardians. I mean, this is not super cheap for him. And it's costing me absolutely nothing. The only real problem is I can't leave. I'm hoping to get Dominion in here eventually, and I'll move the dragon there. But I wanted the dragon to clear out the water, and... you know... he's trying, boy. Lord, is he trying. I mean, look, I know he's not unstoppable, right? Like, he can get it. Although, Ulm's options for magic are fairly limited. Okay, yeah, stop making those, please. Dude, you're not getting it with that. Just kill off every last one. Almost. One infantry of Ulm lived to tell the tale. Yes, 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 yes. It's building up a nice collection of nature gems. Oh. Well, that's... where is Dragon Point? Oh, is that up in the mountains? Must be. Beautiful. It is up in the mountains. He was very proactive with that. Luckily, I had an army there. Well, we could move this army to try to take Trouble Bog as a fort. We have 140, which isn't amazing. And the big problem is outside of the dragon, our normal army is going to struggle against Ulm. I can leave here now. Yeah, it's about to... he shouldn't be able to attack, but if he moves this turn, he will be able to. We'll see. Okay, he went for a Pernia again. This is definitely the focus of his attention. Boom! Have some poison, motherfuckers. That's a lot of poison from that cloud, I'm telling you. It's quite a strong one. We hit enchantment 5. Alright, we got Dragon Point for at least another year. I do think we're going to mobilize, though. I think what we probably want... We're up to 8 air gem income. We don't have any national ones as an option. No, not at all. But if we go to Conjuration 5, we get Draconians, which are really good and can summon more Draconians on their own for free. So that's probably on our list as well. We're starving now in Epernia because I got too many troops stacked there. Maybe we go to Sod and Merc for winter to take this. Like, take all our troops off. So they also can all starve. I guess. Man, music ended. Okay. There was a battle in Epernia. Who'd have thought? And the Fear 10 aura is also really good. Although with his heat scales, this might never melt. There's a battle in Epernia. This dragon might never leave this spot, and this is just his life now for the rest of the game, which is not terrible. Oh no, he finally picked up a limp. Doesn't really affect much at all. Just a bummer. Although, didn't he have recuperation? No, he does not. Okay. Well, we're in winter, and we got a heat or heat scale here, heat scale here. Not looking good. We're also going to pick up a lot of diseases here. Jesus. Yeah, no go. Shit. Yeah, it's a bummer. We did get Alteration 6, though. So, given the option, he could now cast Foul Vapors. Is that a good use of his time? I'm going to put it this way. Let's do it where... Usually you want it to be like the first thing, so it affects them the entire time they're coming towards you. But if we do it as a first thing, he's at 100 fatigue. And he fatigues out. As the last thing, he'll still fatigue out, but in that case, he can just sit there and they get filled with poison. We'll give it a shot. He might just die here, though. That might have been our big mistake. This isn't a big force. It was more or less just as successful. Yeah, I said Conjuration 5 for Draconians, and then Construction 5, and then finally Alteration 8. Once I'm reasonably happy... He's almost certainly going to take Dragon Point, by the way. Once I'm reasonably happy that there isn't that many troops here, probably move on them. Dominion-wise, we're not doing so hot, even though I have temples in all our provinces. Almost. But I guess he's got them in every province. He didn't move on Dragon Point. Pretty surprised by that. Alright. We're gonna take the gamble then. I'm gonna move him out of our dominion and see how he does. Godspeed, Spider-Man. Yeah, this is the sort of kill count we're hoping for. Okay, he didn't get foul vapors off, which is maybe for the best. He didn't pick up any extra afflictions, so overall, pretty good. Killed 212 of his units. I can't complain. I feel like our army is kind of decimated. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna lose... Oh, did he actually get routed? Really? Oh no, we got attacked in Epernia. Okay. How did that happen? He's got Winter Wolves in there. The Ogre smacked through. Vineman was hitting. Sappers he's got doing crossbow damage. Yeah, it just finally kind of hit a critical mass, I guess, combined with the fact that I had lower health. Alright, it is time. With my diseased army that has practically no health, let's break the siege. Yeesh. Well, we lost 17 unicorns, 75 thorn guards, 2 of the wasp boards, and 34 wind dancers. The wasp boards didn't really get many kills at all. Yeah, they got black plate infantry with battle axes. They really hurt, and they got 23 protection. We desperately need, we desperately need... Oh, God. Everything? We need everything. But we need glamour mages. Yeah. Also, we need to call back our god. Also, I think we just lost our army. It's too many shields, man. Holy shit. This is a problem. Yeah, we basically lost our whole army, and he breached Epernia. So we're about to lose the rest, and then things are going to get bad. This army ain't killing shit. You know, like, this is basically just a small pack of what I just had and just lost. It's not good. Army of Mist would help a lot. He has basically no magic attacks. So that would be a pretty big thing. But getting there is tricky. Yeah, getting there is tricky. I don't know if I want to throw away this army. Okay, maybe with Draconian help. Maybe. Real emphasis on the maybe. My roster just can't cover it, though. This has to be like a mage victory. And that's not pleasant. Honestly, I probably should. Okay, well, that's pretty bad. We did not stop them. Oh, God. Oh, God. Decimated, man. We're fucked. He's got way too much. 789 unit MA Ulm army. 208 Black Plate infantries. 23 Black Knights that got 49 kills. You know, like, it's ridiculous. I mean, good thing we didn't go with archers, but still, like, there's nothing we can do. There's no PD that will win. I can start calling back our god, for whatever good that's worth. But I think, stop summoning those wasp wards. That's gonna do jack shit. Fuck. Okay. We also don't have despair yet, so these mages can't do shit. And we're not getting that this turn. We're fucked. We're fucked. I think this might be a GG. Good lord. Yeah. He's gonna run over every province I own and win. And now there's nothing I can really do about it. Wow. That feels really unsatisfying. But we're an hour in. I don't really want to restart. Because I don't think this nation is very good. I think he was right. I think it is a little underpowered. I mean, we have... Well, for one, we passed too many turns sitting on Epernia. So we let him really build up an unstoppable army of Ulm infantry. 2, we lost our Pretender by sending him in, which was dumb. 3, we needed to focus more on just getting Despair going as quickly as possible and just building Glamour Mages and forgetting all the other stuff. And we neglected that. I'm not saying that would have just automatically won, but... Let's see. Despair has 30 range, so 25% more is not super much. 37 range or something, but that's pretty solid. That's pretty darn solid. I'm not saying it's foolproof, but I recognized that that would have been the strategy right away, and then we just didn't go for it. At this point, though, I don't have enough Glamour Mages, really, for it to be viable. And even if I did, we still need an army. And we only really have Draconians, which are pretty good, except for the fact they only have 11 attack. And the Ulm has tower shields out his frickin' ass. Although, I mean, it's still only 11 defense. So, honestly, Draconian should be an okay option. But I'm going to just lose so much property now that... shit. Draconians are good. They're just not good enough now when we need them. And we can't even get Despair, you know. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Even then, like, the Draconians could barely kill. They got 84 kills. We lost 62 of them. Just kludged. Blackplate infantry. 23 protection. Like, yeah, on average, we're not doing anything to that. 23 is absurdly high. This is why I love MA Ulm when I'm playing them, because it's like, fuck yeah, bring it on, bro. But 9 MR, 11 morale. They're so vulnerable to magic. I think this was a good learning experience. Because I was like halfway there, right? I recognized as soon as I saw it was Ulm, was like, okay, shit. They're going to have huge protection, low MR, low morale. We need to exploit that. So I did the first half. I recognized the solution. What I need to work on is the execution. Because we didn't execute on that really at all. We just kept wasting time. I mean, it wasn't wasting time, because we were building up research and stuff like that. But when you're doing a 1v1 against mighty AI, you don't have time to sit here for 40, 50 turns and get out, you know, Alteration 8 for Army of Mist and stuff like that. You need to apply your mages to battle quickly. You need to get the bare minimum and just spank it out, you know? And I did not do that. And so now we can't even really research much of anything of what we need to win a battle. I mean, maybe if we get our god out, maybe he can clear all this riffraff. I don't have super high confidence. And it's taking them fucking forever to do so. Also, we're probably gonna get Dom killed pretty soon. Alright, we did get our god. So yeah, he's down to 4 nature now. So now it's 200 fatigue for him to cast Foul Vapors, which is pretty darn high. ED is mostly a waste here. Good. Solid. Solid stuff. We just lost Betaine because we had basically nothing there. And he's now besieging our capital, which isn't great. I don't see us rebounding from this, to be honest. It's a nice thought, but... even if I clear all these, you know, the units he has here, he's still got hundreds. Ow. Now I have a chest wound, which makes Foul Vapors really unlikely to happen. Yeah, we're just gonna get Dom killed at this rate. I can't win. And I talked about the high, you know, our high win rate for 1v1s, but this was rough. I mean, it's satisfying to see him lose many, many units like that. Very strong infantry. Just lost 152 Black Plate infantry to that. But, yeah, it's not great. The single werewolf besieging my capital. Great. Oh, I'm gonna get you, boy. Is that an Etten? That's a hill giant. Lives to fight another day. No money, no dominion. We're fucking dead, man. We can't afford any upkeep, and it seems like he died here. Oh yeah, multiple hill giants. That, my friends, is game. Captured my capital. Ah, well. Ulm is a tough opponent, man. Mighty AI MA Ulm is a force to be fucking reckoned with. Like, the amount of units that he can actually muster is pretty disgusting. And, I mean, they're well-known sort of PD stompers, you know? So it's not like he's going to have trouble expanding at the start. And most of any PD you put up is just going to be stomped under tower shields and battle axes and black plate. Because he can get, you know, black plate is the expensive option, but for the AI, it's like the standard option. He's got no real issues getting hundreds of black plate infantry. So on the one hand, it's a tough encounter. For most nations, that's going to be a tough encounter. Like there isn't really an easy way to cheese that with units. His units are better than yours, like almost regardless of nation. Because any sort of range stuff is not an option because he's got such massive tower shields. Most archery options aren't good because, well, yeah, so, yeah, tower shields plus the fact that they're, like, black plate. So, even if you have, like, crossbows or arbalists maybe, but outside of that. And then melee, maybe, but you have to have very high damage. And the trade-off for that is usually that you lack armor. And he has high protection and high damage. It's a dangerous combo. The big weakness is MR and morale. Specifically MR. So to beat Ulm, it has to be a magic solution. And we rarely have to rely on magic solutions. So this was a loop to be thrown. We can do better. I think also slight issue that Irollan was not a super strong nation because it's a magic solution, but you really need line holders. You need time for your mages to apply the pressure. And our units, like, none of them can hold a line to that for shit. I don't have a single, like, high protection or high defense option of anything. I don't have a line holder. If I knew that I was going up against Ulm and this was my nation of choice, I probably would have gone for a Fear Aura on the Silver Unicorns. That's a very good combo with Awe, and especially against Ulm with, like, low morale, they would have a lot of trouble hitting the Unicorns. They're going to be very vulnerable to, like, their sappers and their crossbows and stuff, but as you can see, like, most of the shit he's building is just infantry. So the silver unicorns with that, I'm almost tempted to do a redo specifically with that strat. But that's the thing, is like, we don't pick our enemy. We practically never have. And that's the whole point. Like, that's part of the AI's advantage, or rather it's part of our disadvantage to compensate, is that we don't know who we're fighting and we have to adapt on the fly. Now, in hindsight, of course, Fear Aura is generally a smart option on the unicorns if you're not going to be fielding your own archers. Because it makes them really good at melee defense. Like, they're tough to hit, they're going to clear. But yeah, it doesn't do anything to help them survive against ranged. So it's a trade-off. The unicorns are not amazing, but yeah, we could have gone with that. Rather than just Berserker, which didn't ultimately end up helping us too much. We weren't cracking their plate anyways. Like, this was always going to be a rout victory if we were going to do anything. But that, you know, routing is not as good as killing. You can rout him all day and night. And if he keeps surviving the routes and, you know, surviving the retreats, he just comes right back. Tough stuff. But it's all learning experiences, I guess. For now, though, my name is Mangg. This has been Dominion 6. I'll see you fine folks next time.